What's good YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. You can call me JD, and in this video I will be talking about the top 21 most anticipated sneakers in 2021. So what up guys? Happy New Year, or Guten Rutsch as they say here in Germany. I couldn't wait to put 2020 behind me, so I had to drop this video talking about what I'm most excited about in 2021. Yes, I could have chosen less than 21 sneakers or even more, but you know what? It just looks good in the title. So without further ado, let's get into the list. Now, these sneakers are not in any particular order. I thought I'd just start off with the Jordans. We'll get into Nikes and Yeezys later on. But let's begin with the Jordan 4 Taupe Haze. So this sneaker is actually scheduled to drop on January 28th of this year. And once I found out that this sneaker was dropping in January, it immediately became my must-cop sneaker of the month. This is a really nice colorway with some Travis Scott vibes. It looks like the upper is made out of suede. I'm seeing on some websites that the upper is actually made out of a tear-away material that reveals a different design underneath. However, no confirmation of that yet. Regardless of the material, this colorway is absolutely dope, something that is an absolute must-cop for me that I need to add to the collection, the Jordan 4 in the Taupe Haze colorway. Next, we got the Jordan 4 University Blue. Now, this is a sneaker that with every single picture that I've seen, it just looks better and better. A lot of people saying that this sneaker reminds them of the Travis Scott Jordan 4s. I personally think these look even better. I like the color blocking better. We got some hits of cement and black. The in-hand pictures we've seen so far, the materials look absolutely amazing. I'm personally hoping that they produce like 500,000 pairs of these because I definitely want a pair for myself. I don't want to pay resale for this. For me, this is my absolute must-cop Jordan 4 of 2021, the Jordan 4 University Blue. Another Jordan 4 supposed to release in the summertime is the Jordan 4 in the Lightning colorway. This is an all-over yellow colorway, and if you know the history of the Jordan 4, you'll know that this is one of the most coveted colorways ever. The current resale prices on the original Jordan 4 Lightning are well into the $2,000 range, so this is definitely a retro that a lot of people are highly anticipating. Look for it to drop in the summertime. Next one on the list, the Jordan 4 Shimmer. So this sneaker is supposed to drop in September 2021. The reason I put this on this list is because this is such a nice colorway and reminds me a lot of the off-white Jordan 4s. It's a beige/brown colorway, and for people like myself who are really salty about missing out on those off-white 4s, this is definitely a pretty good consolation prize. It unfortunately looks like it will be a women's only release, so I'm not sure once again if they'll even make it in my size, a US 11, but either way it had to be on the list, the Jordan 4 Shimmer. The next sneaker on the list, and I promise this will be the last Jordan 4 that I talk about, this is the off-white Jordan 4 in the Bred colorway. For a lot of people, this is probably the most anticipated sneaker of the year. I'm personally not as hyped about these as most people. In fact, I do have the OG version of the Jordan 4 Bred, and I think that looks a lot better than the off-white 4s, especially compared to the original sale off-white 4s. I'm not so much feeling this one, but I know I'm in the minority. The resale prices on these are gonna be through the roof, and definitely the most anticipated Jordan 4 of the year, the off-white Jordan 4 Bred. Let's move on to some Jordan 1s, starting off with my most anticipated Jordan 1 of the year, the Jordan 1 in the University Blue colorway. This is supposed to release, I believe, All-Star Weekend in February. And it goes without saying, this is just a ultra clean colorway. The leather looks super soft, super tumbled in all the pictures we've seen so far. You put that University Blue with that black swoosh, you give it that Chicago style color blocking, and you just really can't miss with a sneaker like this. This is another sneaker that I hope they produce a lot of pairs because I definitely want to cop one. Next sneaker is the Jordan 1 in the Hyper Royal colorway, another light blue Jordan 1 that will be dropping in April. And some people might say this colorway is even better than the University Blue. I like this one a lot. It kind of gives me that turbo green Jordan 1 vibe because it does have like a faded color on the top. The on-feet shot of these look amazing, so this is another sneaker that's very high on my list for the Jordan 1s that I need to cop this year. The next sneaker on the list, the Jordan 1 Neutral Gray. So this is the first time that this colorway has been retroed since pretty much 1985, and it will be even retroed in that 1985 shape, similar to the Varsity Reds that dropped last year. And now that I think about it, I know I said the University Blue pair was the Jordan 1 I wanted the most. Sorry, I changed my mind. Actually, it's this one, This is a beautiful colorway. It doesn't get any cleaner than this. This one, if you're a Jordan fan collector, this is something you just absolutely have to have in the collection. Next on the list, the Jordan 1 Pollen. Some people are calling this the yellow toe Jordan 1s, a very nice colorway. We've already seen a lot of leaked images of this shoe. It is supposed to release closer to the fall time around September. Once again, really nice color blocking here from Jordan Brand. This is one that for sure will sell out, have a pretty decent resale value as well. So look for this one in the fall. Another Jordan 1, of course there's gonna be a lot of Jordan 1s on this list, but yet another one is the Jordan 1 Atmosphere Gray. This is looking like it will be a woman's release, but if you miss out on the neutral grays, this is a pretty good option as well. Beautiful color blocking. Once again, this Atmosphere Gray color on the shoe, it just looks incredibly clean. As always, woman's release, so big feet gang like myself, we're probably gonna have to take an L on this one. So just another one I thought I'd mention. It is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated colorways to drop this year, the Jordan 1 Atmosphere Gray. Another Jordan 1 dropping this year is the Trophy Room Jordan 1s. There's not a whole lot of information about the shoe. In fact, there's just like 1 or 2 leaked images. And from what we've seen so far, it seems to be basically the Chicago colorway done in some different materials. It might end up being super limited like the Trophy Room 5s were. So I'm expecting, actually, out of all the Jordan 1s to drop this year, this one will probably have the highest resale value just because of how limited they will be. One of the most unique Jordan 1s to drop in a long time that will be dropping this year is the Jordan 1 Switch. These shoes feature zippers that you can actually unzip and put a whole different colorway of the Wings logo on there. So it has basically adjustable ankle flaps. It's also an entirely different shape. It has a loop also at the back of the shoe, and it is part of the Jordan 1 Zoom line. So expect it to have some of that Nike Zoom comfort as well. I'm personally not really feeling the whole look, especially of these zippers on the shoe, but it's definitely something that I'm interested to see in hand and do a review on. One more Jordan 1 that I wanted to talk about, that is the Jordan 1 Comfort Zoom. There's actually going to be several colorways dropping. This is a new women's line of sneakers that Jordan Brand will be dropping this year. And out of all the colorways, the one that immediately caught my eye was this Canyon Rust colorway. In fact, if I'm just talking about colorways, this might be one of the best non-OG colorways I think I've ever seen on a Jordan 1. You got hits of salmon, pink, black. What a nice combination of colors on the shoe. But once again, it looks like it's a woman's release, so it won't be made in my size. And look for these to release around May. Let's move on to some Nike sneakers, specifically Dunks. There's going to be a lot of Nike Dunk lows and highs dropping. I didn't want to name individual colorways. I'm just going to group them all into like one shoe, because there are so many colorways dropping. Look at all these lows dropping this month alone. I'm pretty excited for it. You know I love Dunks. Out of all the Dunk lows, the colorways I'm most excited to cop, probably those yellow Dunk lows, also the Coast and the UNC blue pairs that will be dropping. And from the Dunk highs, I would love to have that gray pair. Also the Syracuse Dunk highs will be dropping sometime this year. If you like Dunks, you're gonna love 2021, because we've also heard that Dunks this year will be releasing at bigger retailers as well, such as Foot Locker, for example. So Dunks will be much more widely available than they were in 2020. So definitely it will be a lot easier to cop them. Speaking of Dunks, there's gonna be quite a few off-white Dunks dropping in 2021. The colorway I'm probably excited about the most is the silver colorway. Pretty unique looking shoe, definitely a little bit difficult to wear. We might also finally get that Futura colorway that was supposed to drop maybe like a year ago, but it never did. Next sneaker I wanted to talk about, this one is definitely on a lot of people's must cop list, the Nike Mars Yard 2.5. From pictures that we've seen of the shoe so far, it seems to be almost identical to the Mars Yard 2.0, except it has a black toe detailing and the outsole is black as well. The Mars Yard is like a grail sneaker for a lot of people. I have a very opposite opinion about that shoe, so definitely this is not one that is a must cop for me, but of course it had to be featured on this list, the Nike Mars Yard 2.5. Next, we have the Sacai and Nike Blazer Low. So far, we've seen 2 colorways that will be dropping, a green as well as orange. The Blazer Highs dropped a few years ago, and they weren't actually the most popular releases. The resale prices were very low. I'm kind of expecting the hype to not be so much for the lows as well. I'm not particularly interested in this. I'm hoping we see more from Sacai and Nike. They've had an amazing partnership over the last couple of years, and I'm really hoping we get something better than just these Blazer lows in 2021. Another pair of Dunks, and this is probably the most anticipated pair of Dunks in 2021. That's got to be the Nike Dunk Low Supreme. It will be dropping in 3 colorways, and we've already seen pictures of this shoe, and it seems almost identical to the high top versions that dropped several years ago. I personally think they look amazing. I'm hoping I can cop at least one of them. Expect these to be the most hyped Dunks of the year. One last Nike sneaker to talk about that will be retroing probably on Air Max Day this year. That is the Air Max 90 in the Bacon colorway. This sneaker might be the most coveted Air Max 90 of all time, and people have been waiting a long time for this to retro. It was supposed to retro last year, it didn't happen, but there are strong rumors that it will be retroing Air Max Day this year. I only have one pair of Yeezys on this list, and that is the Yeezy 450. It looks like it will be dropping in June of this year. An absolutely crazy, almost alien looking shoe. And say what you want, I know there's gonna be a lot of people hating on this shoe. I just love that Kanye does whatever he wants over there at Adidas. No matter how crazy his ideas may be, Adidas seems to implement almost all of them. I've said this before about Yeezy brand, at least they're innovating. At least every year they're giving us new silhouettes, which is really not what we can say about brands like Jordan, for example. I'm super excited to get a pair of these, the Yeezy 450. And finally, the last sneaker on this list, well, it's not even a sneaker yet. We don't even know if it's gonna drop. We don't even know what it is, but it's basically whatever the first sneaker that Jerry Lorenzo is going to drop with Adidas. As we know, Adidas basically stole Jerry Lorenzo from Nike, and they pretty much made him in charge of the Adidas basketball design division. I'm a huge fan of the whole Fear of God line, so I'm very excited to see what Jerry does over there at Adidas. Based on how the Yeezy collaboration has gone, it seems like Adidas lets the creator do whatever they want with their designs. So I'm excited to see what Jerry will be able to do now that he has a lot of creative freedom over there at Adidas. We don't know even if a sneaker is going to drop this year, but I thought I should put it on the list. So of course, let me know down in the comments which is the sneaker you guys are most hyped about this year. I might have also missed some sneakers that should have been on this list, so just leave that in the comments as well. And I wish you guys the best of luck in copping all of your favorite shoes this year. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel, and make sure you guys are subscribed and hit that notification bell, because there's going to be a lot of good stuff dropping on the channel this year, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And of course, until next time, peace.